Just when Dwight Manfredi thought he had everything under control, some heavily armed individuals swooped in, arrests him out of nowhere, and flips his world upside down. Dwight gets cuffed in one of the most secretive takedowns we've seen, leaving us with so many questions. Who's behind it? What do they want with him? And more importantly, how does this change everything we know about Tulsa King? Let's break down and review the Wild Season 2 finale, titled Reconstruction. The episode kicks off with Dwight making moves like the kingpin he is. Walks with Cal Thresher to discuss a deal after they took care of Jackie Ming. But let's be real, it's less of a discussion and more of a friendly takeover. Dwight doesn't want a slice of the pie, he wants the whole thing. He calls out Cal and demands everything. Cal Thresher has to agree, because he has no option. Dwight's empire just got bigger. But the celebrations don't last long because here comes Bill Bevilacqua, storming into Tulsa and demanding his cut. Bill argues that without him, Dwight wouldn't have taken care of Jackie Ming. Dwight's response: "Your life is the biggest reward you're getting," but Bill doesn't back down, and Dwight, showing some rare restraint, offers him 25%. Bill reluctantly takes the deal and heads back to Kansas City, but you know he's not done scheming. And then there's Chicky. This guy shows up in Tulsa acting all bossy, trying to get Dwight back into the New York Mafia. He even apologizes for banishing Dwight to Tulsa in the first place, but Dwight isn't buying it. He tells Chicky flat out, "I've built something here, and I'm not walking away from it." Chicky doesn't take the rejection well. He heads back to Kansas City to team up with Bill Bevilacqua, cooking up a plan to take Dwight out once and for all. Chicky really doesn't know his position and who he is dealing with now. It's not the old Manfredi he knew anymore. Now, to be fair, Bill seems a bit more receptive to Chicky's ideas, which I suppose is understandable since he has already been forced to settle for just 25% of Dwight's profits and doesn't like him a great deal already. So, for a while at least, it seems like Chicky has found a new partner. While all this plotting is happening, Dwight's crew is thriving. Mitch Keller buys Donnie Shore's old car dealership and gets Grace to film a hilariously over-the-top commercial to promote it. Dwight and his inner circle love it. Meanwhile, Armand gets his old job back at the Fenario Ranch, and Dwight's circle feels stronger than ever. But back to Chicky and Bill. These two sit down to finalize their plan to kill Dwight and split his assets. However, Bill flips the script. During a confrontation with Dwight, Bill betrays Chicky and kills him instead. Why? Because Bill knows Chicky is bad news, a reckless person who killed his own father. Aligning with Dwight, a man who values loyalty and strategy, is just better business. Bill secures a partnership with Dwight and earns the 50% he has been asking for. But just as Dwight is celebrating his growing empire, Dwight is grabbed by some heavily armed and well-equipped men and taken to an unknown location, where he's told, "You work for me now." But who? The obvious guess would be the FBI. Earlier in the episode, the Bureau were told to look pretty deeply into Dwight's file, though the reasons why are mysterious, and we don't know who might be behind this sudden interest in his affairs. We don't even know if it's the FBI who grabbed him, though if it isn't, it's an equally serious situation. Why would the FBI want to work with Dwight? If it is actually the FBI, it's possible they'd want him to work as an informant or some other kind of asset, which would be an interesting turn for Season 3, since Dwight would absolutely hate it. It will also give Bill an excuse to stay involved, since if the FBI want Dwight to look into someone, it's likely to be Bill and the Kansas City mob. The Bureau sees Dwight as the perfect informant to infiltrate Bill Bevilacqua's shady operations. While Dwight's businesses have gone legit, Bill's dealings are a legal nightmare, and the FBI knows it. Is it even possible to flip Dwight? Someone that stayed in prison for 25 years instead of ratting against people that don't even care about him. The finale leaves us with so many questions. Who arrested Dwight? And if it is the FBI, will Dwight work with them? Or will he find a way to outsmart everyone? What will happen to his empire while he's under federal scrutiny? And could this new alliance actually bring his daughter back into his life? Season 2 ends on a massive cliffhanger, but one thing's for sure, Dwight's story isn't over. And with Season 3 already in the works, we're about to see a whole new side of Tulsa King. Because the general isn't going down without a fight.